redemption. We're redeemed. He paid a price, the price on Calvary to restore us. So that's the love of the Father. He designed that. And the Son, the love of the Son, he denied self that so much that he paid the price. He left heaven. Jot this down. Philippians 2. This is a great picture of the love that the Son had, and we should be like him. Paul wrote to the church at Philippi. It says in there, and there's a unique word we don't translate it always the same in English, but it's like that Christ being in heaven, Jesus in heaven, he was hanging on to that position, and he saw it something not to hang on to. It's put in different ways in different translations, but he let go of that and fell to earth, if you want to use that analogy, or he came to earth willingly, let that go, denied himself, and came and provided the sacrifice that we couldn't have. We as humans are polluted. So anything we do that we think is great, we think it's good, it still has our nature in it. So we have nothing that we can offer to pay for our sins or sinfulness other than something that's tainted with more sin. So he suffered for our sake. That was the love of the Son. Now this is what's expected to us. This is the first few verses there, first couple verses, 9 and 10. It's expected of us to obey. He says, Jesus, John recorded for us, if you keep my commands, you will remain in my love. It's what we talk about so many times when we talk about salvation. We come to salvation in a way, and it's described for us in Romans chapter 10, verse 9 says, if you profess with your mouth Jesus is Lord, that means he is Lord of your life. That means keeping to the best of your ability, and then God enables you to do better even as time goes on, obeying him, making him Lord of your life. We profess that or confess it, some translations say. That's what's expected of us, to be faithful followers. Not just someone who acknowledges, yes, there was a Jesus of Nazareth, and apparently God designed him to be the Messiah, and he was promised for centuries, and then he came to deliver people. Well, it's a little more than that. It's not like intellectually assenting to that actual truth. That is the truth. But it's engaging in such a way that you say, I am following him. You change, you submit to him. That's expected of us. And we have that love, or we are loved and have that love when we do that. Then by the time you get to verse 11, he switches from love to joy, it seems to me, and that's the way I put in your outline. That's the result of obedience. You know, there are many ways you can relate to that. I think I can. Somehow when we know someone else wants us to do something, expects us to do something, and when we do that, it gives us great joy and peace and satisfaction. When you're young, if you do what your parents expect of you, it gives you joy. You're satisfied. I don't know. I don't know if this is almost inappropriate, but it reminds me of my dogs. If they do something that they know pleases me, they are just thrilled. I mean, they're just happy as they can be because they know they're pleasing me. Well, that's the way we should be. We, as Christians, we should be as happy as my dogs. We should be full of joy if we're obedient, if we're pleasing God the Father. The result of obedience is understanding we have a purpose. Being obedient is not just being obedient, but that was the purpose for which we were created. We were created to please God. We were created to commune with God. We were created to be God-like. We're created in His image. He didn't do that in a haphazard fashion, I would suggest. That was done so that He would be pleased with His creation. And when we live up to that God-like image in us, we have joy. We are pleased. We are fulfilled. When this occurs, it happens or is sustained in part by the knowledge of what God has done and why He has created us. So that's the third part under joy. The knowledge, knowing others are pleased or advanced. When we do what God has done, love, and in loving others, in all of those examples I gave you, true love is expressed by action